All right. China deploys robot dogs in simulated moon conditions ahead of lunar mission. And this is a story that is only being reported on by the center and the right, mostly the right. So I wonder if this is like one of those scare tactic stories where they're like, look at what's going on. We need to be afraid. Oh, God. But 71% of the coverage of the sources are right-leaning, where 29% are from the center. And if you look at the factuality, only 43% of the sources are listed as high factuality or above. Ground News gives you this option to sort by factuality, which I always do. So it'll give you the sources with the highest factuality rating at the very top. And if you look, when you sort by factuality, space.com is a center-leaning distribution with very high factuality. So that's who we're going to pull the story from. Look at that cute little moon dog. I'm just kidding. Those things are dystopic. Future lunar explorers may not only be barking at the moon, but digging for scientific answers. Dog-shaped robots may be used on future moon missions, as humanity's best friend is an agile explorer already. Leaping, digging, and exploring elevated terrains are the things that dogs eagerly do on Earth. Now, researchers hope to replicate that agility on the moon for a NASA-led Artemis program that could land astronauts there later in the 2020s. The robot dog concept is called LEAP, or Legged Exploration for the Arcturus Plateau, is one of the moon's regions that the European Space Agency, which is funding the project, hopes to explore before too long. With the robot, we can investigate key features to study the geographical history and evolution of the moon, like the ejecta around the craters, fresh impact sites, and collapsed lava tubes, where material may not have been altered by space weathering and other processes. Patrick Bachmann, an engineer at the Max Planck Institute for Solar Systems Research in Germany, said in a statement, "The dog-like robot may ride on the surface of the ESA's European Large Logistics Lander, which is tasked to send payloads and experiments to the moon's surface starting in the late 2020s. The dog's shape is based on the legged robot called Animal that was developed at ETH Zurich and its spin-off Biotics. Between the varied gait's ability to flip back up if it falls and its agility at climbing steep slopes, this is lunar exploring as well as we've ever envisioned it. Animal can even dig channels in the soil or use its legs to flip over rocks to see what's underneath." That's pretty cool. Traditional rovers have enabled great discoveries on the moon and Mars, but have limitations, Baumbach said. Exploring terrain with loose soil, large boulders, or slopes at over 15 degrees are particularly challenging with wheels. For example, the Mars rover Spirit had its mission terminated when it got stuck in sand. The research is in its early stage, but so far the team has deployed the robot in a virtual environment meant to simulate the moon-like surface along with gravity and just properties. The dog was also taken naturally for walks outdoors. The researchers were surprised at just how smart the robot has been in its early tests. On any moon-like surface where gravity is just 1/6 of that of Earth's, Animal started using a jumping-like mode of locomotion just as the Apollo astronauts did, realizing that jumping can be more energy efficient than walking, said Baumbach. When complete, the team hopes the robot dog will be less than 110 pounds in mass, with 1/5 of that being scientific payloads. Animal will be asked to carry anything from multispectral sensors, radars to see beneath the ground, to spectrometers to assess the composition of rocks nearby. The first flight date has not yet been announced, but this is optimistic news for space, for sure. So. Hey, thanks for checking out this video from Nightly News this morning. If you wouldn't mind, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video or when we go live on Tuesdays and Fridays.